Um, obviously another close one, but you and Maldo really took over tonight. What was the thing that you guys were seeing that you were able to capitalize on so much?
Just taking our time in the paint and really just reading the defense and seeing how they're going to play us. So, if they're going to choke, we'll make the right play. And if they're not, then we'll just go one-on-one and see where that takes us.
Graham, can you hear me at all?
Yes, I can now.
Okay, Maldo probably won't.
I can't hear you anymore.
Ryan.
Go ahead, Ryan.
I think Cody was asking, Maldo had a rare off night the other night in the pit. Did you see a different look in his eye, or was he out to, obviously Air Force is his hometown team? Just what did you see from Maldo today?
He's just doing what Maldo does. 9 for 17 for him, just making those easy plays and making those shots. Last game, he just missed some tough ones, and that's uncharacteristic of him. We know that, but still, he still leads the team at a high level, and the way he still comes through and just plays hard for us, that exceeds all the missed shots.
Graham, you went 11 from 11 on the field today. When's the last time you remember that you made that many shots without a miss in a game?
I think that's the first time, and I didn't really know I went 11 for 11 until Coach DeWeese told me in the film room.
Graham, what was kind of the adjustment down the stretch after they tied it? Mormon obviously hit some threes and it got there was some tension there. Just what was your mindset after watching it on the bench coming in to try and finish it off?
I just saw that I had to be a little more active on the defensive end. With him stepping out and hitting those shots, credit to him. I just had to, mess with him a little bit more, step up a little higher, and just be more active with my feet and my voice and make sure those guys could hear me, especially with the loud crowd. We had 8,300 tonight, which is huge for us. It was a huge game, and we love the energy and the environment tonight.
Graham, what did this mean for you guys, just being able to bounce back, just in terms of a confidence perspective heading down into the home stretch?
It was huge for our confidence, and it just shows how together we are as a team, not to get away from each other and not to bicker with each other, but stay together and understand that we still have another game. It's still going to be another possession that we get to come down and just continue to play with each other and continue to spend time with each other. Things happen sometimes, so we just got to keep moving on as a team and keep staying together as one unit.
Graham, while we got you here, let's talk about Wednesday night. Obviously, this is one of those rare years where Wyoming and their rival are in contention for the Mountain West. They have a sellout. Just how big a game is that, and how much are you looking forward to that trip?
I'm really looking forward to it. I look forward to every game. Just another day to get better, another day to play another great team, and another day to compete with my team, at a high level. We're really looking forward to that, but really we're looking forward to tomorrow and Monday on getting ready for that. That's it. Thank you, guys. Take care. Need this? Yeah. Good, man.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we got you. Maldo, what was it that you and Graham saw out there today? I think you guys almost combined for as many points as Air Force had. What is it like being in a game whenever you and him get in a groove like that?
It's super fun. And obviously, I don't know what we shot from the 3 for 17. We weren't shooting too well from the 3, but even with that, our guys can hit down shots, and them knowing that space is out the floor so much that they don't want to leave Drake open. They don't want to leave Wenzel open. They don't want to leave X open. And at some point they have to pick their poison between doubling me and Graham or staying out there and letting us go one-on-one. And today for us, a lot of shots were falling. I didn't know Graham was 11 for 11 either, but that doesn't happen, When you shoot over 10 shots, usually that doesn't happen. So as you can see, great players make great plays, and you got to shout out all my teammates because they're the ones that made everything happen.
Hunter, obviously you had a special game down at Clune Arena, and that's a special trip for you. But this was big for you to bounce back from New Mexico and lead this charge. Just how do you feel about today's performance?
I think I did okay. Obviously, still had 4 turnovers. That's still too many. I can cut down 2 of them, I think, with I think I had 2 offensive fouls. I don't remember. But like I said before, it's still too many turnovers. Still got to come in, watch film, and learn from it and be able to still lead this team and keep them together. because like you saw, when teams are more physical, we continue to find a way to get it done at the end of the day. So.
As Ryan mentioned, another strong performance against Air Force. Do you feel like you have a little bit of a chip on your shoulder whenever you're going up against the Falcons?
No, I really wasn't worried about that today. I think throughout the history, I've played pretty well against them, but today it was more just bouncing back from New Mexico. Obviously, I didn't do very well. Too many turnovers, didn't hit enough shots. And so today is more trying to make sure I get everyone involved and let the game come to me.
Since it's the next one, you guys play at Colorado State on Wednesday. It's sold out. You guys are rivals and both in contention for the Mountain West. Just set the scene, what you think that's going to be like leading up to that.
Obviously, like you already said, it's sold out. It's going to be a energetic and a very fun game. But right now, obviously, we got to look at tomorrow, look at this film, get better, look at what we did against them last time, because they're not the same team we played last time out. They're getting better themselves, and they're on sort of a run. So we got to go out there and get prepared the next couple of days to go play them. Can't look too far ahead.
Hey, Hunter, first thing I saw when Graham sat down was that he noted to you that they shot 44%. I'm just curious, did that have any kind of specific meaning to you guys? Were you looking to hold them somewhere?
Yeah, I think every game, I mean, me and Graham talk a lot, but just in a sense of on defense, it always comes on defense. At the end of the day, on offense, we know it'll take care of itself. We're going to get good shots. We're going to get open shots. And so defensively, it's all about sitting down, making sure we don't give them. I think they had way too many offensive boards. They had 11, and that's just way too many second chance points for them. For a team like that, where they run it pretty deep into the end of the shot clock, if you're able to hold them to one possession, that field goal percentage is huge, because at the end of the day, if they don't score on their first possession, you have a really good chance of winning the game. Anyone else? Sweet. Thank you, guys.
It's never easy, and I thought our guys, after a week that we hadn't really, I mean, no one's really experienced, and I thought our guys, in terms of trying to handle being ranked, the noise that comes with it, to lose to a very talented New Mexico team in a tough environment at the pit, and for us to come back knowing that this was a must-win game against an Air Force team that, maybe on the road hasn't played as well as they have at home, but a team that was up in the second half against San Diego State before San Diego State made a run. So we knew that we were going to have our hands full. Thought the first half, we started out good, and then we had a little bit of a lull, and it's a lull that we had talked about in practice with the guys, kind of with the 8-minute to 4-minute mark against Air Force. Over the last 3 or 4 games, and we just kind of, not to say let our guard down, but against a team like them, where you're playing deep into the shot clock, it's like a time of possession game. It's, as I refer to us as being the Tennessee Titans. I mean, they would be, I'm sure, the equivalent to, I got to think of an old school, maybe we'll say the Broncos with Terrell Davis back in the day, but or is it just, it was a time of possessions battle. And thought at halftime, they did a few things differently defensively, tried to hide a few guys in different spots than what they did last game. And I thought at halftime we did a good job of adjusting from an offensive standpoint to kind of get the matchups that we wanted. And as you can see in the second half with what Graham and Maldo did in terms of just points in the paint and just kind of doing what they do. And now we just got to get some of those other guys, it's not from a lack of putting in the time or the lack of quality, the shot quality of the shots that our 3-point shooters are getting are great looks. It's just sometimes the ball doesn't go in, and it would be one thing if they weren't good shots or they were contested shots, but those are good shots that they'll knock down. And the beauty of it is that we don't have to rely on making threes to be a team that can go inside, a team that can get to the foul line 26 times and to be able to make those free throws and down the stretch. I don't think we missed very many free throws. I don't know. We might have made about 15 or 16 there. But good win. It's hard to win. Hard to win in late February, 22-4. And I'm sure I'll get asked about who we're playing next.
Jeff, obviously Maldo and EK made unlimited amount of winning plays, but I felt like the offensive rebound by Brendan and to get it to a 3-possession game was kind of let you guys breathe a sigh of relief a little bit there. Just what did you see down the stretch that made the difference?
Well, yeah, I thought the two big plays, and we had talked about at halftime about Air Force making more winning plays than we did. I mean, they had 5 offensive rebounds. They ended up having 11 for the game, which is inexcusable. Even though we ended up out rebounding by 4, but I mean, you can't give a team 11 extra possessions. But I thought Maldo's steal that led to an and one, that was a huge play, and then Wenzel's play, that was a big time winning play, and that's the difference between winning and losing. And when you have the fans, the students, you have the AA rocking like the old Dome of Doom. I mean, now you get the energy of the crowd and get the crowd behind you, and then you find ways to get stops. And I thought, for the most part, as hard as they are to guard, and they had a couple guys. I mean, I love Lucas Mormon. I recruited him at UNC and tried to convince him that we could figure out a way for him to be an aeronautical engineer at UNC. But then at the last minute, Air Force jumped in and probably have a little bit different aeronautical engineering degree program than what UNC did. And so, he's a great kid, but I mean, he goes in, makes 3 threes. Jeffrey Mills hasn't made a shot, even though we had Jeffrey Mills in the elite camp when I was at UNC as well. So it was like these demons coming back from the past. But give our guys credit for fighting through and just finding a way not to panic, and just stuck together. And that looked like the team that I've seen for pretty much all season long.
Hey Jeff, you guys had 2 or 3 shot clock violations on the defensive end today. What was the biggest thing that impressed you from your team defensively?
I mean, a team that's hard to guard, a team that you don't see. I mean, that type of offense you play against it maybe once a year. I mean, there's teams that try different concepts or try to run plays that are similar. But Coach Wicks, did a really good job with the scout. He, really broke it down in terms of what concepts and actions really gave us problems in the first game and give other teams problems. And I thought we did a good job of making some adjustments from game 1. But as I tell our guys all the time, I mean, you just can't overreact. I mean, every now and then you're going to give up a back cut for a layup, but you just over the course of the game, I mean, you're not going to lose that way. But I thought our guys did, for the most part, guard to the 3-point line well. You don't count for Mormon to make 3 and whatnot, but give them credit for making shots. We left them open.
On a night when they were hitting threes and you guys weren't, what kind of a luxury is it to have a guy like EK that can go 11 for 11, in the paint?
Good players make good coaches. I mean, a guy like him and I really thought, just his mentality tonight, not getting up, not getting frustrated with knowing that there was going to be a lot of flopping going on. And I thought the officiating crew actually did a pretty good job for the most part in terms of handling that. Cause I mean, that's some of the flopping that goes on. I mean, it's just not basketball. And so Graham knew that was coming. We had prepared and we adjusted some things offensively, but it was just his mindset, knowing that, he is, I mean, as many touches that he gets, I mean, if you probably really wanted to go back and track, and as I told him the other night, I mean, I'm not sure in the history of college basketball. I mean, I know for a fact over the last 25 years since Synergy's been around, I mean, there's not been a post player that's had the ball, the number of possessions that he has. I mean, he averages 28 to 32 possessions a game, and that puts a lot of pressure on the officials. And knowing that the only way you can really guard him is by trying to flop around. And so he just had to learn that, you can't overreact, and knowing that, there's you probably need to know that there's going to be one and a half. Now, what you can't afford is to get the ticky tack foul. And so I thought he did a good job tonight of just his approach and having the right mindset, knowing what was coming, because the last time we played him, it was crazy.
Jeff, obviously got a big one coming up on Wednesday. For you and your team, what's it like to be in this opportunity, to play in the border war with such high stakes this late in the season?
Yeah, I mean, it's, you know, our whole deal is it's just what the next game is the most important game. And it's, yeah, it's nice that for us to be in the position we're in. I mean, for the Rams to be in the position that they're in. And I know both programs, coaches, staffs have a lot of respect for one another, as much as, you know, we don't want to make that common knowledge, but at the same time too, we know that, you know, those when we have to when we have to ramp it up and we have to go against each other, man, there's no love lost. And so, you know, we expect another battle, another border war, and we don't expect anything else. And you know, in the next couple of days, we have to continue to find a way to get better. I know they'll be doing the same, but just two really good teams. And then that's what it is. Two really good teams with really good players. And, you know, these are the reasons why you play college basketball, is to be in an environment like it was here when we played them, to go to Moby when it's going to be sold out. It's good to have that back in this neck of the woods. That it? Thanks, guys.